Blacko, we got Blacko Black in here as a green man monk. We got ourselves Born Lich. That's a dope ass name. He's even playing the good old hunched over orc. Katrika, Trados, and Dredden versus Team Durgs Spine and Hamburger. Is he playing that boomy? He's still playing that boomy. Oblivious. We got Ricker in here as another Frost DK. And we got Rimuru. Hey guy, I think you're new here. First timer, huh? I think he has tusks and spikes out of the helmet. Like, if he ever looks up at somebody, ever headsbutts somebody, they're done. Those things, you need to put a license on them, man. That's a weapon right there. That's gonna be, oh, dotting up, Dredden with that, a little bit of that integral wins off the bat of Hamburger. And just landed himself a small little opener onto the Warlock, keeping Warlock out in the open. It's gonna go for Incarnation right now. Big damage for Hamburger. Let's see, go for a little bit of that Lucid Dream as well, just to get the resources going. I think he might. I don't know what kind of essence he goes for. Silence onto Dredden. Actually, he's rooted out. He's going to trick it out of this. Short silence to the Hamburger. Is going to pop into Bear and try to bail out of it. Do we have a Boomkin that can tussle with the muscle that is Warlocks for the first time? Hamburger is going to try to see if he can run. Dredden can't even stop to cast a spell. That is a life of Warlock. That's going to be Hamburger. Just got that small line of sight. Regrows immediately. Not going to be able to get himself regrows for nature spells for a bit, but still has plenty of Arcane and Crucible. Seeing Dredden popping up massive cooldowns, and Infernal just going to line it ASAP as Ultra is just bailing out of there, man. Dredden has all these cooldowns ready, but as a Warlock, he actually can't even do anything about it. Does he get the port? Does he get the gateway? He could go for gateway. Gonna be entangled roots off the bat. And Hamburger actually has the reach. He has slightly longer reach than Dredden. Still gets a Chaos Bolt in there. Hamburger, I guess, played his hand a little bit too early. Might still be able to catch himself a re-stealth against the Infernal. Maybe? No, I don't think he will. But still has the rage of Dredden. Look at Dredden. He can't even hit him. He can't stop running just to cast. He can't stand still to cast a spell. Finally got an Immolate in there. But he also get an outrage, so I think Hamburger taking out a Warlock. He does. Boomkins have a 45-yard reach, like a marksman hunter, by the way. So in a caster versus caster, you have like 5 extra yards if you want to min-max it. Trados is up next. Traded up his mark a little bit. Look at a little bit more Xander than usual. Hamburger is going to dip down. Try to see if he can bail away from the Warrior. Big lead for Trados right now. Hamburger popping into bear form. Actually popping into Boomkin with those thorns. Try to see if he can get damage rolling. Gonna be a reflect for Trados. Popping a Boomy form immediately. Hamburger is going to use Crucible Flame for self-healing. Nabbing a root onto Trados. Doesn't play Badge but plays a root build instead. That's going to be a disarm onto Trados. Does he go for a trinket? Doesn't have a trinket, it looks like. Or he should. I think he still does. It's just a UI bug. Hamburger forced to pop himself his bark skin, and that's actually going to be a Trident. Getting the shield up and running right now. Going to be a massive beam from above the sky for Hamburger as he's trying to get a resource rolling. Bark skin is down, so he's right out of cooldowns. Might have to go for a renewal right now. And Trados hasn't taken that much damage. He's just still trucking damage into Hamburger, forcing out a Satan Trinket too. Hamburger, does he have a root? He does have root to follow, and he needs to catch himself a little bit of a reset against the Warrior who's just not letting up. Man, that root actually lasts quite a bit, doesn't it? Taking out opportunity for him to get some damage. Finally, Incarnation coming down, trying to see if he can make the big damage happen. Charge heal coming in for Trados. Hamburger, does he have any more instant casts available? Just trying to continue pummeling damage. He's going to go for regrow. The chicken comes in for Trados out of the root. And Hamburger still has lots of damage available, but not enough resources to make that damage work. No Crucible Flame. Doesn't have any Star Surges available. All he can really go for is a War Stomp and try to get away from the Warrior, but he's going to get intercepted immediately using that potentially last Crucible Flame just to pop himself a self-heal. Disarm onto Trados, trying to hang in there little by little. Fear is going to stop him, play his trinkets out of it immediately. And is going to get intercepted? Could get intercepted around the corner. Big leap for Trados, looking for that execute, and he does clap him out. Oh my goodness. All that work. Hamburger, my man. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad to watch. Stunner to Trados right now by Durgs Spine. Can he turn it around? Gonna get a disarm onto Trados, but he's gonna run him through. knocking him down with a nice high mountain charge, using his own Lucid Dream in order to get a bunch of resources going, trying to go for big rampages back-to-back. Killspeed coming in for Durgs Spine. Travis is going to get a charge heal off of him right now. Needs to go for big damage. Has Lucid Dream ready. Another charge. Does he get another heal? He does get a one heal. Shortest stun in the world. Can Travis do anything? No, and he does go down as Durgs Spine just whittles him out. Travis simply didn't have the cooldowns for it. Rage regeneration was so close. So close. Next up is going to be Blacko. Sap comes in, Durgs Spine. How's he going to do this? How's he going to play this one? Open up with a cheap shot. Going to get the back-to-back stuns in there. Actually playing very, very defensive. It's going to go for that Lucid Dream in order to get himself full of energy into a disarm onto Blacko. Not stopping him from doing any kind of damage, but it's going to be Gouch to separate these two. It's going to use Tiger's Lust in order to try to see if he can catch up to Durgs Spine. Staying right on top of him. Needs to get him slowed. Another short stun into Blacko. Safety chicken procking right now. And it's this way he's going to go for big damage. Getting that wall up and running. Touching down onto Durgs. He's going to go for Fist of Fury, but he's going to bail out of there. He's going to try to keep Fist of Fury as well, or Durgs Spine in combat. Vanish coming in for Durgs. Before that touch of death takes down on him. And actually, I think that touch of death might have ticked down on him regardless. Lip Sweep coming out. Durgs Spine, does he have a chicken? He does. But Blacko isn't really offering up too much aggression. Karma coming out right now. Killing speed by Durgs Spine with a Fist of Fury blind. Blacko trick inside of it. Trying to stay on Durgs Spine. Parry coming out. Blacko doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Enter Freedom coming out. Trying to get a regenerate rolling. Not going to happen. Stun comes in, but Durgs Spine doesn't have enough to reach him. Does he enough damage? Procs enough. Maybe parry still available for Durgs. It's going to be Dragon Kick out of Blacko. In cap onto Durgs. Trick inside of it immediately. I think Blacko is going to go down. Durgs Spine just tunneled him. Just trucked him down. Didn't let him play. Didn't let him do nothing. And next up is going to be not Wrecker. It's going to be Born Lich. Picking up the eye. Does he see Durgs? I think he should guess where he's at. Yep, sees him, but Sad comes in. Not going to be able to do anything about that. Durgs is going to nab that opener. We're 9 minutes into this duel, boys. 28% dampening. It's going to be a little bit tough. It's going to be a little bit tough for Born Lich to come back. Durgs Spine still has massive heals available if you ever needs to. Born Lich IBFing out of that immediately. Is he going to go for the grip? No, stun to Durgs. That was his damage coming out for Frost Death Knight out of nowhere. Now he's going to go for a big setup. Cloak of Shadows came out for Durgs Spine trying to mitigate this damage. Born Lich, is he playing with... It looked like he had some kind of a shield on him. Maybe it's some sort of another weapon or another item. Going to be a grapple hook out of Durgs Spine. Does he still have dots rolling on him? Looks like Cloak of Shadows was used. Does have dots, and Born Lich is going to go for a bit of a death bag. Durgs is going to be... Oh, how do you... Still landing a sap onto Born Lich. I was thinking the dot was going to take you out, but I guess the dot wore off. Cheap Shot is going to get big resource generating. Lots of energy. Just time to fall into Born Lich. Not going to be stopped. That's going to be transfusion available from Born Lich, but doesn't have a way to deal with it, or doesn't have a way to use it, actually. Gouch to stop him. Still has transfusion for like a second, but it looks like it's going to be out. Born Lich, you have any cooldowns to work for, my man. Does get a snowball thrown at Durgs Spine. Trying to play snowball fight, but Durgs Spine is playing Pirates and Ninjas over here. Grapple comes in. That's going to be the smallest death strike I've ever seen. Born Lich is still trying to hang in there, barely surviving. IMS coming down, but that's going to go physical damage out of Durgs. And it does poke him down, making a shish kebab. Kachika next up. Trick inside of the blind. Immediately parry available for Durgs Spine. And Kachika just wants to land some slows on the Durgs while he's got him. Does he have a charge? He does not. Gonna Blaze Storm out of that slow. Maybe get a charge around the corner. He does. Durgs still has parry available for a little bit longer. Does someone to Kachika, who's gonna walk out of it for a second. There's going to be another grapple. Yeah, Kachika's still going to be able to land a charge. Zerka raging out of it. Durgs Spine is going to use... Oh, wait. I keep thinking Durgs Spine uses Crucible Flame. He does not. I keep seeing the, like a little Azeroth spark around him. I keep thinking he heals himself, but it's actually... Every time he gets a refund on one of his abilities, he has a low chance to refund any of his abilities' energy. And every time that happens, he gets a heal. And if you get it at rank 2, you actually get like 15k with a heal. It's huge. It's an insane amount of healing when you think about it. Kachika and Durgs Spine. Cat and Mouse. Gonna be a stealth game for both of these. If a Kachika dealing versus Rogue versus Oblivious versus Wrecker is gonna be tough. Cheap Shot coming out by Durgs Spine. 12 minutes in. We are close to 43%, almost 44% dampening. Kachika popping in Recklessness. Trying to see if he can deal with Durgs Spine. Disarm to follow. Gonna walk out of it for a second, just for a moment. He's going to charge right back in. Stun onto Kachika. Very short stun, but Durgs has now nowhere to go. Does he have any more defenses whatsoever? Looks like Durgs Spine is kind of out of it. Gouge of the catch could get a Zerker Rage out of it. Execute is just by moments away. Cloak of Shadows for Durgs. As same trick controls in. Get another second concoction. Shortest stone in the world, and he does go down. Catchika taking him out. Who is up? Is it going to be Wrecker? Is it going to let him get kind of a bit of a reset? Looks like Wrecker is giving him that auto duel, man. Looks like Wrecker is kind of giving him the auto duel. Catchika nabbing that Bloodthirst in there for a second. Like, you know what? That's all I need. I think Wrecker is like, alright, we're ready. You have enough health. We don't need to give you full healing. You don't need to give you fully healthy. He still has all his cooldowns. I think Catchika is your own trinket or adaptation. Also makes me wonder what kind of a setup does Catchika run for his essence. I'm pretty sure he's using Crucible Flame. Sometimes it's really hard to tell. I wish they added that as like a cooldown in the UI so we could see that better. Stun onto Catchika, massive leap as he bails out with the reflect available ahead of time. As Wrecker has cooldowns rolling, Catchika is just looking to kite him a little bit. And Wrecker is at half health, half-ish health, 60% actually. Catchika is going to nab that charge in. Doesn't want to get gripped in. He wants to get those charges just so he can get a bit more healing. Wrecker is going to root Catchika, but Wrecker's health is not looking that good. Transfusion coming out as he's going to be able to maintain himself for a little bit longer. AMS rolling in as an extra defensive. Actually, a death pack too. Is Wrecker actually panicking? That's Lynchborn too. That's every defensive. And his health is just getting shredded through regardless. Catchika is just staying in there. It's going to be rooted to Catchika. Wrecker's playing defensive. Catchika is going to Beyblade himself out of there. Wrecker is in a close execute range. Trying to see if he can get those death strikes in. Execute comes out for him now, and Catchika slices him through. Next up is going to be Oblivious. Obliv as a Legolas. Just going to let Catchika pick up the eye. Does he go for maybe a scatter shot? And it looks like Rem did kind of, I guess Rem was there just to let Catchika get a Bloodthirst in there. And that's going to be Obliv. Wait, you can see him. Does get a big opener onto Catchika, dropping him to half health. He's basically on full health right now. Catchika is going to go for a Rage Regen this early, actually. Charging off of the pet. I guess he's putting that thing on cooldown just so at least he can recover with the damage that Obliv is going to put out. Obliv is going to bail out, throwing down the Crucible Flame and a scatter shot onto Cat. Does he go for another aim shot? He does land another one. I guess Catchika decided, you know what, I need to get proactive here. Going to be a lot of traps and a lot of scatter shots for Obliv. And every time he gets a double tap Rapid Fire in there, or double tap aim shot in there, that's going to be tough. Catchika with actually no healing except for charge heals now for at least a little bit. It's going to be tough. It's an interesting move to put Rage Regeneration on cooldown though. I do wonder if it'll pay off for him. Hunter's gonna win. You guys think Hunter's gonna win? You don't think that, oh boy, Catchika is gonna win? You kidding me? Does land a scatter shot onto Cat with an aim shot to follow. It doesn't do the most amount of damage, but Catchika is still sitting about half health. And that's gonna be Obliv. Looking for the rapid fire. Does he go for the double tap rapid fire? I think he might have went for a double tap rapid fire. Catchika spinning to him right now. Does it reflect available a little bit ahead of time? And it looks like Oblivious actually took his pet away. Is that what it is? I think he did take his pet away. He's not going to give Catchika the pet. Catchika took us out of the freezing trap immediately, and Obliv looking to get another scatter shot. Needs to go for slows onto Catchika. Needs to get those slows ASAP. I know the pet does come back. I guess he does pull the pet out whenever he needs it. Stored his stun onto Cat with an aim shot to follow. Catchika took quite a bit of damage though. Obliv. What was that just now? I think an Azeroth trade just gave him a shield, but that's going to be Execute Rage for Obliv out of nowhere. Catchika taking him out. Next up, last man standing, Rimuru landing a charge on Catchika. Is this Fury Warrior novice? Can he fight against Catchika, the Fury Warrior extraordinaire, the god of the Fury Warrior duels? Can he do it? Will he be able to? Rimuru definitely has that health advantage. Catchika is sitting about half health, waiting for that Rage Regeneration. So Catchika is going to be playing this duel from behind, boys. He's playing it from behind. Fear onto Rimuru does nab the Rage Regeneration here. Rimuru, does he have anything to follow? I think he's playing in the Catchika's footsteps. He doesn't have Disarm. He doesn't have Stun. He just has double charge. And Rimuru's health is not really looking all that healthy. Gonna go for a bit of damage with a bunch of... oh my god, he's actually gonna have to go for Rage Regeneration. He's getting a lot of rampages, but his healing, his health is just not looking that good. That ain't achieved. You gotta do something else about that health. In Rage Regeneration down, and he didn't have the best healing out of it. Charge comes in for Catchika, looking to smoke this boy, executing him down into the ground. It was like Catchika won before. It was, came back with his team without anybody being available. Last man standing, came back and scolded him. Very well done, boys. Very well done. Very well done.